I was thinking, what if it can't even edit its own icon? It will be funny. I can't use more than 3 layers. I have to upgrade to the Pro version. I see that most comment is positive, so maybe if you are a Mac user you should give it a try. But I almost broke the screen when I saw that I can't download the work I have done here. Welcome to part 4 of this review. Make sure you have watched the previous parts before watching this. Now it's the turn for Photopos Pro. It is only available for Windows and it claims that it's free. But in this review I will speed up most of the footage, and you will thank me later. The download and the installation is easy, nothing complicated. First screen you get will let you choose between 2 interfaces, one novice, for users who want a simple layout, and the other Pro, for more advanced features. Second, you will choose the theme. You get 3 choices: bright, high contrast, and the last is silver. Opening the software takes some time, but I think this is just because it's the first run. This is just a message. If you want to support the product by making a donation, who knows, maybe later. Creating a new file is pretty easy. Let's choose 1280 by 720 pixels and DPI 72. By the way, DPI means density per inch, so it's like PPI. Now let's try to import or at least open all the files. First problem I ran into is I can't open multiple files at once, so I tried different things, but no success. I even tried to drag the files directly to the window, but no success again. I give up and I imported all of them one by one, which is not practical, but it seems that's the only way I can do it for now. You can't change the order of the layers by dragging them to place wanted. You have to select the layer and press those blue arrows to change the order. The transformation tool is not complicated. Selecting and edit the size does what it supposes to. Now it's the turn for the selection tool. That one was very easy. Selecting then editing the selection wasn't difficult at all. I was thinking, what if it can't even edit its own icon? It will be funny. Don't know why, but when I copy and paste it, it automatically create a new file. I tried to drag the layer directly to the main file, but it didn't work, so I decided to create an empty layer and paste it, and it works. Now let's resize it, and the remaining icons. Everything is resized and in place. Now let's draw those rectangles. It's very easy. Just had to choose the rectangle tool, then draw what I want, and changing the color is easy. Let's repeat the same process for those little backgrounds. Now it's the turn of the text tool. Writing and editing and changing the color was easy, and even readjusting the size was simple. Now the last step is the motion blur, and I can tell you that that's the start for all the problems. I have tried different values many times, but the result was very bad. This is not the motion blur effect. This is something else, or maybe this can't do it. So I decided to save it at least, and I had this window which tells me I can't save a file bigger than 1024 by 1024 pixels, tells me to get a free save key or upgrade to the premium version. I came back to the website, and I find out that is telling me the exported file size is limited. So I decided to just close the app without saving anything, and uninstall it. Sumopaint claims that it can work with Windows, Linux and Apple. Let's give it a try. Apparently there's a new version, sumo.app, so let's try the new version. There's a free plan, It's a web-only version and it has only some limited features, and the purpose for this video is trying to see if the free versions can do what I want. Creating an account is easy. Let's try it. It looks cool. It can work with layers. Great. Now let's create a new file. The size I wanted is already there, so let's just choose it. Let's open the other files. But I can't select multiple files at once. And the surprise is that when you open a file, it closes the main file. You can only open one window. So I decided to restart from the beginning, and find how to import them. I did the same mistake. I have opened the icon again, and tried to find if the main file is still there, but I didn't find it. And after searching a lot in different menus, I have found this, import to layer from my computer. So I restarted again from the beginning, and imported the first icon, because you can't select more than one. But after resizing the icon, and directly importing a new file, the first one was lost. I had to press this Apply Transform button to create a new layer, that way I will not lose it again. I did the same thing for the second one. But when I have tried to import the third, I had this message, which telling me that I can't use more than 3 layers, I have to upgrade to the Pro version. So it's clear that I can't do anything with this free version. Let's take a look at the pricing again. There is a Pro version which costs $9 a month, and a Do version for student which costs $19 per year, and as you know I want only the free version, so this is not the right software for me. Seashore works only with Apple, so I wasn't able to test it. Maybe I will try it later. And yes, there's only a DMG file, and I know this is a Mac OS installation file, so it's clear that it's only for Mac OS. I can't judge it if I didn't try it, so maybe you can give me your feedback in the comment. Let's see what others said. I see that most comment is positive, so maybe if you are a Mac user you should give it a try. Canva wasn't in my list, but after trying all those softwares and find out that some of them aren't free, I decided to try Canva, which was popular, and everyone was saying that it's free. Creating an account is free. You have just to confirm your email by just copying the code provided. Now it's asking me why am I using this. I chose personal just to test it. There is a Pro version and you can get a 30-day free trial. Maybe later. I don't want a template, I want to start from scratch. By clicking Create New Design you can choose custom size, and that's what I want. 1280 by 720 pixels is the right size. It's already detected as a YouTube thumbnail. Let's start by opening the files. Apparently this works on the server side, it's uploading all of them to the server. Once done, you can drag and drop them easily. The first one was automatically set as a background. Dragging the remaining files again automatically create a layer. You just have to avoid the object already inserted, but in the end I have found that all you need is to click on the image to import it. The transformation tool here is always shown, but don't press Shift, it will crop it. Let's do the same thing for the others. I was trying to cut the icon with the selection tool but didn't find it anywhere. So, after searching a lot, I decided to leave it for now, and come back later. But in the end I have found this frame which will help to mask the background. All I have to do is to drag it, resize it, and then drag the image on it. And double-click the image to adjust its size to fit in the circle, and that's it. By sending this image to the back, you can't move it or resize it, it automatically turns into a background. Apparently the motion blur is not here, maybe because it's only a free version, who knows. But let's move on to the next step, which is drawing those backgrounds. Just had to bring again the reference image, it will help to get everything in place. Changing the color is easy, but I don't see any color picker. Let's just choose what it offers me. Now the turn for the text tool, and nope, I knew this was coming. I can't find the font I want or import the font from the computer. But in the end I chose the first one provided just to be able to continue, and yes, I was right, in the Pro version you can upload a font. I did find this when I was editing this video. In the free version you don't have so much control, but I think this is enough for me. Now again using the tool for those small rectangles. It's the turn for the background. Again I'm looking for the motion blur effect, but I have found a blur option in the Adjust tab, and the result was nice, so why not? And here comes the great deception. By pressing download this window shows up, but why the? Everything is disabled and I can't download it. Why the? Did you wait until now to tell me that it's not free? Recent changes may not have been saved? I don't care, it's not free, so who cares? The Pro version costs $120 a year. The website and tools was nice, but I almost broke the screen when I saw that I can't download the work I have done here, not even with watermark. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.